Welcome back to Timberborn. We have got a crazy idea. Malator in the chat suggested that I could solve my reservoir problem up here in a novel way. So to catch you up, I've got this is a source of water here. This is like a water spring up here. And whenever the dry season hits, this spring dries out. And I use these floodgates to hold on to the water that's up here in this reservoir. However, this is kind of a skinny, narrow reservoir, and it takes a really long. It doesn't take very long, I should say, to basically multiple times I need to sort of lower these floodgates, dump water out of it to keep this water here, to keep these fields watered. But that sucks water out of here really, really quickly, and it just drops in level really fast, which means these sunflower seeds go really dry. And so Malator had this insane idea. Malator in the chat had this insane idea that we should actually build. I was thinking about trying to build an extra extension to the reservoir down here to eat up all of these berry bushes and some of these dandelions, which are now being used, you'll notice, by the healer that we just built, in order to sort of extend the breadth, the width of this reservoir, which I think would have worked. I've also been thinking about doing that in a different map some other time, though, so it wasn't going to be that interesting in the long run. What Malator suggested was that I use water dumps to dump water into a big tank and hold on to that water during the wet season and then dump it out into the same channel during the dry season, which is crazy, but also technically feasible, and therefore we should do it. So let me just think through this problem. So what we want to do is build a new district over here, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be far enough away. Oh, you know what? Huh. Does this need to be a new district? That path is still green. Huh. Let's see. Okay, so step one. Step one is we do not want these trees. We don't need these trees. These trees are not our friends. So let's build a lumberjack. That is under wood. That is lumber mill. Lumberjack. Okay, so these trees that are in the way of the path that we would do. Let's just make sure that this is somebody's top priority to build these things. And then let's also make a choppy tree area over here. Let's just focus on the trees that are in the way of my path. So I want to build a path up here. And let's see. If this path doesn't get too red, I might just build this as part of the Cogstown district. I did just massively increase my population. So, or at least my capacity for population. So it would not be crazy to sort of funnel some of those beavers into jobs that need to be done up here. So Orathaus just showed up, and he says that he just watched the. I guess you recently showed up, not just showed up. But has been rewatching the GoldenEye 007 video that I did for him, and he says that he's finding it very amusing. Good. I'm glad that I can make you laugh. All right, somebody finish this job. Seriously, we need a beaver working up there. But I guess while we're working on that, and whether or not it's in its own district, we can start planning what this tank is going to look like. So what we need is the ability to pour a stream of water into the top of this place. And we could use explosives to sort of make a channel to pour into. And I am kind of tempted to do that. But explosives are not a thing I've built into my economy. However, we have filled up our logs, which means we can afford to pour logs into a new economy. So let's actually have a look at wood, a paper mill. So that turns wood and okay, I need wood planks and gears to build this, but it just turns wood into paper, and then paper can be turned into explosives somehow. How is that done? Is that in their landscaping? Yes. Okay, so explosives factory. Yeah. Okay, and that requires metal. So it's a good thing we've got a metal economy now, because if we want explosives, we'll need that. So let's start building this in the background. So we will want a paper mill. And where do we want to stick this stuff? Near the metal wouldn't be a bad idea, but actually this wants to be near wood. Oh, like near the big pile of planks, or the big. Where's our big pile of wood? Our big pile of wood's over there. So yeah, we can put it here, for instance. I think it needs It needs 80 horsepower, so we should probably connect it to some windmills and stuff. But we could give it its own windmills. We could also put it upstairs. Might give us a little bit more room to work with. Let's put it upstairs. So let's put the paper mill up there. Let's also build an explosives factory. Oh, that won't fit there unless I boost it up. Let's do that to be efficient with space. So we'll build an explosives factory right there. Boom. Okay, and these two are going to need some amount. This needs 150 horsepower. This needs 80 horsepower. So how much do we get? So a windmill can do up to 200. That's great. A large windmill could do up to 400. That feels even better. So I'm going to put a large windmill up here. And let's make sure that whatever we do with this large windmill, it can... We're not going to mess up the route between these things. So let's build our path so that it's like this. No, wait. No, not like that. Delete that. No, what we actually need is this. That's right. This is what we need. We need to go up and over that. We need to turn into this. And we need a T-junction here and a straight path there. I think... Okay, so this windmill will power all of this. As a backup plan, though, would not be bad to have a Wheel of Pain going so that... Oh, but if we need a Wheel of Pain, we'll need to tap into this somewhere. So let's actually tap into it here. And actually, we could probably put a Wheel of Pain on the other side too. So let's put a Wheel of Pain here. Let's also put a Wheel of Pain here. And then let's connect all these paths up. There we go. All right. So we're going to be building. Eventually, we'll start making paper, logs into paper and paper into explosives. And that will be helpful because that will help us dig a channel to channel the water into here. So let's mark with paths where we want to dig our channel. So I think we want to dig our channel there. So we'll just be able to pour water through a channel into that spot. I don't think... Now, can I... Actually, we might not need to do this. Let's see if I can just place explosives that I can't afford yet. Oh, I don't have enough science points. Wait, what? How many science points do I have? 563. I'm close. Okay, let's speed up beaver time. So, okay, once I've got 560... once I've got 600 science points, I can build explosives to show where I want my thing. And then, okay, but if we do that, then what we will need is... I want some lips on this to make sure that the water gets channeled in the right direction. I'm not sure I need that one yet. We'll need that. We will want a couple of floodgates. Take a couple of your tallest floodgates, like that. And then we'll explosives into this to make sure that it definitely goes down the right way. And then behind this, we're just going to build... That is a dam. That is not a levee. We're just going to build the biggest ass tank of water. We're just going to build an enormous tank of water. Just an enormous one. Out to here. I mean, and we could always extend it later too, I guess. So let's build it this big for now. Let's build it up to the level of the floodgates. This is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever done in this game. This is going to take a very long time to build. But this is what I'm thinking. But then, on top of this, this is not enough because we need to have a water dump. And actually, the water dump, that's going to cost 250 science. So we're still not getting our explosives yet. The water dump takes it. So the water dump, it's going to need... Yeah, so it needs to have one side pointed over the edge of the tank. And then... Oh, this beaver is out of things to cut down. Let's quickly mark out some more trees. We cut down the most important trees, the ones that were in the way of our path. But now we can just get him chopping down regular old trees. So we're going to need to build a water dump up at the top. Maybe even multiple water dumps. I don't know. And then actually, we might want to build a water pump up on this end. Just so people don't have to carry water that entire way. We could build water pumps on this side. Which actually means, you know what? Maybe we will depend on the explosive plan. Well, maybe we don't build this. Maybe instead we should build like water pumps directly in here? Does that make sense? I'm just thinking like I want to find the most efficient way to get water directly into this water dump without beavers just constantly having to cart it all the way halfway across the city in order to do it. Incredible Mouse says, doesn't the water just seep into the ground? I think it does eventually evaporate, but I don't think fast enough to be a problem. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find out there's a terrible plan. It doesn't work for lots of reasons. So I don't know. I can't promise you one way or the other that this is going to work. Okay, so one thing I think we definitely need is some stairs here. And then, yeah, let's build a water pump here. And let's build 2 water pumps right up here at the top. I misremembered what direction water pumps face. Crap. I did this horribly wrong. Okay, so I guess I could put a water pump there. So let's delete this and try again. Okay. So, yeah, a water pump can go here. And I guess... It's not a great way to do this. What we should do is chop this tree down. And we'll put a access there, and we'll build a water pump here that we'll eventually be able to get to once we've chopped that tree down. Okay, so we'll have a couple of water pumps pulling directly from the source, which won't matter that much in the long run, but it'll be close. And then we build a staircase. Okay, so what is the best way to get people to the top of this thing? So we'll definitely need, once we blow this up, we'll need a bridge across this. But for right now, we'll just imagine that bridge across where the channel is going to be. And then as soon as here, we could start our staircase. Wait, I don't think that's going to work. I think that water is going to be spilling all over the place. Unless we go down 2 levels. If we go down 2 levels, water won't spill all over the place. No, it still will. Water spills out to the side. Notice this. Water spills out to the sides. So, yeah. So I think we actually are going to need walls along here. So I've already built this wrong. I've already built it wrong. So, okay, what we need to do is kill this. Ah! That looked like I killed everything, but I did not. Build that there. We just need to slide this thing over because these stairs are probably not going to work. Which stairs are going to work? I don't know yet. But one thing I think we are going to need is levees going all the way up here to keep the water from spreading out to the side. So I think it's going to need to be something like that to get the even if we explode these bits, it's still going to be a problem. So that I think that is actually what we're going to need, and then we will want to put. Okay, let's see where our water pump needs to be. So our water pump is going to be here. So we'll need our path to go around it, and I guess what we'll want is, yeah, okay, we'll want stairs here. Eventually, stairs there. Stairs here, and water will be flowing over these stairs a lot, some of the time. But stairs up to that. And then, once you're at this level, we don't need levees anymore, but we are going to need a place to turn and get up to the very top. We need to get up to the very top so that we can operate a water dump up here. So we need a... Okay, so water dumps need a path on one side and a spigot on the other. So let's put a couple of them right here, about as close as we can to everything else. And then, actually, okay, you know what? I think let's not do this right there. Instead, let's build this, and then this, and then this, and let's put the staircase here. And then I think... Oh, but that's not going to be good enough. Oh, because we still need... Okay, that's not going to work. We still need access to the top. In order to build this entire thing, we need access to the top. So let's still put this staircase here. And then we'll put that there. So the path will go up this way and then around in front of them. And then we'll build this at the bottom. Basically, we'll build a way to get all the way around these things. And then a path all the way around the top of this. So that no matter what, beavers can get to every part of it. And then actually, let's build tall dealies in front of that too. Okay, so that works, except for the one last bit, which is, how do we get here from the ground? But that's fine. We can do it. We can do it. Like this. That. And then path. I guess I wanna hug the wall here. Path down. We connect all of this up. And now it's connected up. Now let's see how far beavers can actually reach. Okay, it starts to go red here. So it could be that this is all out of reach of these beavers, and I'm going to need to split it up and put a new district up here, which is going to be way more construction. But I don't know. Let's see how this goes. So I am very slowly still. My food is creeping up. That's good. I'm still maxed out on wheat. I'm not maxed out on any of the other raw ingredients, but I am maxed out on wheat, which makes me think I could even build yet another bakery. I could build yet another bakery and just keep filling these beavers with bread. Though also, my bread coffers are also very full. So, let me see. So I could also build another bread storage over here. So, I want to have a bunch of food storage in case I mess something up. So that we've got some wiggle room. So let's build some more bread storage here. And then another bakery. Where's a good place for another bakery? Part of me is thinking I should probably make some kind of path connection up here. Just to have options. And then I could potentially stick a bakery up here someplace. Of course, it might get in the way of these windmills. I'm really not sure. Oh, check it out. Look, we're making paper. Are we, though? Oh, we have almost no storage for paper or for explosives. That's a problem. Let's build some storage. Okay, let's just build a big old warehouse for each of these things. So that's going to be paper. Where's paper? That's going to be explosives. I don't need this many explosives, but whatever. The path needs to go there. Wouldn't be bad for it to go out further, just in case. Let's stick stairs there, because why not? Just to remind ourselves we need them. And then let's make a... How do we get up? I think we get up like this. All right, yeah, so we have produced all the paper and explosives we can because they're only being stored on site. So now we're going to have more room for that. That'll be great. And then bakery. Bakery, that was another thing I was doing. So I don't know if I've got a good spot for a bakery. Let's see, how big is a bakery again? So, yeah, bakeries are large. I mean, I could cut into this arable land and put one here. I could put one up here. What do these paths look like? This path's getting very red. These are very green paths, so that means that they're close to a lot of stuff. So let's build another bakery up here. And this will be a bakery that makes bread, like so many bakeries before it. Uh-oh, drought coming. All right, so obviously this is not going to be a solution to the drought, not yet. Okay, this beaver has nothing to do. Well, let's chop down some more trees while you're here. More dead trees, chop down. Here you go, chop those trees. And then once it's chopped all those trees, I'll just give this thing a rest. I just wanted to, mostly I wanted to clear out the trees that were here and do so productively. But you can see they are starting to build this massive levee. And our number of logs, now that we're feeding logs into paper, we're feeding logs into more bakeries, and we're feeding logs into this effort, our number of logs is actually starting to drop. Let's asked, do I have enough beavers to do all the work? Not yet, but this town has got a lot of young beavers. And, oh, wow, we have very few unfinished jobs, undone jobs. And right now, a lot of those jobs are actually at places like this, at my builder's hut. Where I've got 4 extra beavers just devoted to building. And I've got a bunch of beavers now that are just devoted to hauling, which is probably making all of my stuff more efficient. So I could, to build this thing, I could even afford probably to add more beavers, like another builder hut. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to do that. Let's build a builder's hut right here. And see how well this does. We'll make this a priority. So in the morning, beavers will come, build that builder hut. They will have beavers whose whole job is on site here to just build this place. Now they'll still have to travel to go get their equipment, but still, whatever. Bunches of logs is the main. I think levees are mostly made out of logs, aren't they? Yeah, they're just made up. They're just 12 logs. Each of these things is 12 logs. So we've got a bunch of logs coming in. So what is... So yeah, so this path is deep red up here. So it could be that by the time the path gets all the way up to all these places, that this is no longer a viable place for beavers from Cogstown to work. And if that's the case, then I might need to build a district up here. Like, knock down this builder's hut, replace it with a new district hub, and, put a gate on here somewhere. Feed a bunch of food this direction and everything. But while Cogstown beavers are capable of doing this, let's let them do it. Because there's a lot of them, and they're very well equipped, and it's a lot less shenanigans around trying to get, like, it doesn't have to pass through a distribution hub, basically, in order to get the logs up there. So, Coalition wants to know what my experience was with the Super Bowl. So, I'm not super into American football. or other kinds of football. I'm not super into sports ball. And so, but my wife is, and so we actually, so that she would have someone to enjoy the Super Bowl with properly. She actually invited her dad up here. And so she and her dad, were excited about the Super Bowl. They were more into it than I was, but I was still. I mean, this particular game. I mean, it was such a high-scoring game. People just kept doing things, and that's not always the case. Sometimes you get a very sort of defense-heavy game where it's just like everyone is successfully stopping other people from doing things, which is, I mean, it's success, but it's not as interesting to watch. An offense-heavy game where just like people are just scoring and scoring and scoring is more fun for me as sort of a someone who doesn't really know much about the footballs. But one thing, so because our kids are not super into football either, Heather actually had a really great idea. She made it interesting by basically setting up a bingo game. So as different stuff happened during the game, we had these bingo cards that the kids were watching. So they needed to learn what different events were. They needed to sort of mark them off and like watch for them. It was a pretty interesting way to sort of get non-football people to pay attention to a football game. So we could sort of enjoy it together as a family, but on different levels at the same time. We also did like a betting, a kind of a little bit of a betting pool on the scores. Where, depending on like what the score was each quarter, a different person might randomly win a prize. It's a thing that my father-in-law had done before at I don't know, with a group of friends or something, and it kind of worked. The thing that was tough about the betting pool was that we tried to set it up so there would be a prize for the kid, like the kids would get a prize if they won, but we also, like, the adults also entered, and then by chance the adults kept winning, and it's just not interesting for the adults to win a small amount of money that we were putting down there for the kids as a prize. And so that, I think next time we do that, we'll probably just have it be the kids who are in the pool who could potentially win, because having the adults in there, I think, just sort of made it a little bit less fun. Orthos says that they did squares too. Orthos asked me what team I cared about. I did not care who won, which was, it definitely makes you invest less in the Super Bowl if you don't care who wins, and that was definitely the zone I was in. I was like, I don't know. Actually, honestly, there was a family that had two sons at the Super Bowl, right? One son on one team and one son on the other team. That was actually the part of the Super Bowl I was the most intrigued by, was the idea that these two brothers were on, both of them got to the Super Bowl, but only one of them could win. That had to be some interesting. I mean, I'm sure they were all very supportive of each other and very kind about the whole thing. But also, that sounds like potential for family drama. Like, I don't know, like, part of me almost wants there to be like, I don't know, a dramatic, maybe darkly funny dramatic TV series about a family that's torn apart by the Super Bowl, which I don't think is actually, I mean, the mom showed up in a stitched together jersey made of the two jerseys of the two sons, which was kind of cool. So I think that family was actually, would not be a good model for a story about a bunch of drama and heartache around the Super Bowl. It doesn't seem like that's the kind of family they were, but still, I think it could be a fun show. Travis and Jason Kels, or Kelsa or Kelsey, I don't know how to say their last name, but Orthal says yes, Travis and Jason Kelsa, or however you say their last name. That's who it was. So yeah, cool. Orthal wants to know which team my wife likes. I think she did have a favorite. I actually honestly forgot which one it was because I was so disengaged with that aspect of it. Okay, so at this point, we're just sort of like shooting the breeze while slowly watching this thing come together. Eventually, okay, oh right, so this is showing me, so this is how far the builders of this community can reach right now. But as we build the path along the top of the levee, I think that they might be able to reach further. I'm genuinely not sure. So as long as regular workers can get to the pumps and can get to the dumps, or actually, even if they can just get to the dumps, if they can't get to the pumps, whatever, I'll scuttle this whole pumps plan, and we'll worry about it later. I'll try to cut a closer path to it, or something like that. The pumps aren't as important. They're a nice idea, but I don't think the plan doesn't depend on them. As long as workers can get to the dumps at the top of these stairs, we don't need to make another district. And I think the builders will be able to reach just far enough once the path is here. I think they'll be able to reach just far enough to keep building. So I think it'll work. But there's a chance it will just be like one tile short of the right distance, in which case we're going to have to make a new district. And that will be a sad day for me if we have to make a new district. Just double checking our food. Oh, it looks like we are in the drought right now, so I'm going to have to pay a lot of attention to this water here. It looks like our food... Okay, we are getting up to 3.7 still. We haven't been growing, so I'm thinking we might be starting to butt up against our limits. Again, we're getting a... Oh, all of our building energy is going into the dam. If I want something else to be built, I think I need to prioritize it down here. So I'm going to prioritize these things so that my builders will build them first rather than just building the levee all day. Because I think they usually just build things in the order in which inaccessible things are taken off the list. And then they'll just build them in the order in which I assign them, I think is how it works. And so because I decided to try to build a lot of this infrastructure after I had already planned out the levee, this stuff was just never going to get built until the big old tank was done. All right, this water is going to run out any time. Oh, here we go. It's starting to run out. Okay. Drop the floodgates. I love this sort of weird little dual wave that hits as the water dries up, and then I open the floodgates again. So far, this doesn't seem like it drops all that much. Like, have we... I need to pay attention to it. Late in the drought, let's pay attention to how far this has dropped and if we lose some arable land back here. I think we might lose at least some of this space, but we've got sunflowers here for a reason. Okay, we've got our new bakery now, and so we should... Man, 2.7, that's kind of low. I'm hoping we should be able to catch up again. Yeah, I feel like we're not quite planting enough food. Of course, these guys down here... Yeah, okay. So our wheat isn't filling up the coffers, but we got a bunch of wheat down here that's ready to harvest. What that's telling me is we need more farmer beavers working down here. We've only got 4 covering this whole territory. That is clearly not enough beavers. So let's uproot these plants as a high priority to make some room, and then I'm going to build some stairs up this side and add some more farmhouses. Okay, we're actually making paper and explosives now that we've got storage for them. That's good. Yeah, let's see how high this food gets. But it's making me nervous. If these guys are overproducing food, which they might be, I don't know. Let's check these guys out. Oh, you know what? They could ship wheat because they're harvesting some of this wheat. They can ship wheat out to other places. So why don't we do that? Let's add a new route to here. Let's ship wheat out. Or, nah, let's hold on to that. We might be able to build a bakery here or a grist mill or something a little bit later. Let's hold on to that wheat. But as far as carrots and things go, these guys are filling up on their carrots. They're just going through their potatoes. Like, whenever they get potatoes, they immediately grill them. And they're not really making much out of the potatoes. But the carrots are just absolutely filling up. So we can give them more carrot storage to give them a little bit more resiliency in the face of drought. I don't know where to put carrot storage. There's not a lot of room in this place. Yeah, I genuinely don't know where to stick carrot storage. Okay. I guess, you know what? We could put one layer of storage on top of this. like that, and like that. So that will be carrot storage. I just want to give these guys a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, cool. So we've now got space to build up to some additional farmhouses so we can start harvesting all of this wheat. Let's do something like that, maybe? I don't know. In one way, that's efficient with space. In another way, it's kind of not. How is the tank doing? The cistern. Uh-oh. 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 Lost track of time. Did we lose any crops? Okay, good. Good. We didn't lose any crops. They stopped growing for a bit, but we didn't lose them. And we're up to 3.8, so that's good. Our food isn't dropping overall. It is possible for it to drop locally without me noticing, though. Like, do we still have food here? Yes. Okay, good. Again, I think I should raise the priority of the stuff that we're building here so that we can get that wheat coming in. Fill that up. Fill that space up. Make sure that we've got everything going on. So apparently La Coalition was asking people who in State of Decay they would want a romantic date with. Apparently, Izzy and Tressie both won. Nobody wanted a date with Chavez. Well, I mean, I think that just might speak to the kind of what do I want to say? Homogenous composition of our audience, which, you know, I'm not sure how to change that, but whatever, it's fine. Oh, so Bampi says, hi, is there any way to reset State of Decay 2 so it's a fresh install without previous characters, etc.? So I'm not the technical person. You can definitely, there are folks in our chat who could probably help you out with that. Apparently, so Coalition, I missed that. Apparently, I missed the actual results of the poll. Apparently, Mickey Wilkerson and Cleo actually both got more votes than Chavez. Okay, cool. We've got a little bit more variety there. Okay, here we go. This is the water level dropping here, and it does impact this farmland. So please harvest the dying food as fast as you can, Beavers. Thank you. Okay, good. It's a little less homogenous, and I love the open minds of people who are interested in dating Cleo. That sounds great. But yeah, so anyway, so if you have technical questions, there might be people in the chat who can help you. I'm terrible with technical stuff. But also, you can go to support.stateofdecay.com, and Rohan, who runs that, he will probably have an answer to that. You can also manually delete the your legacy pool if you want to. Hey there, Rosenberg. Oh, hey! You just redeemed add a name to State of Decay 2. Awesome! Congratulations, Rosenberg. Yeah, make sure you either send me a whisper or a comment explaining what you're looking for, and I will absolutely do that. I think I've got another couple names queued up, actually, from outside this group. It turns out my daughter has friends with some interesting names, and I wanted to... Oh, crap! Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. I want to include some of my daughter's friends as characters in State of Decay 2, so I already had that sort of queued up, and so yeah, so I'll add yours at the same time. Oh wait, we've got some stranded, starving beavers. Beavers who got walled in. What the heck do you do about stranded, starving beavers? I genuinely don't know what to do. These beavers are just going to die. I don't know if I can build something to get to them fast enough. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is so sad. This little guy, he's just stranded up here. He can't go anywhere. Okay. How close to death is this beaver? He's in big trouble. Can we? So, Coalition is suggesting that I mercy kill them. There's got to be another option. This one is actually going to be harder to get to. I don't know if I can save this one. He's just behind somebody without destroying a bunch of the stuff we've done so far, and we're not going to do that. I don't know how to get to that one. This one we might be able to build a staircase to. Coalition says that apparently in Tropico you can execute your citizens. Okay. You know what? We're going to try. We're going to try to rescue this beaver. I don't think I can get to his friend, but we're going to try to rescue this one. So, okay. Top priority. Build this beaver an escape route. Go. Come on, beavers. You can do it. No. Bring the wood to these places. Why are you building stuff up here? Were you just already in progress on them or something? There we go. There we go. Build this one. Build this one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Your friend, he's dying, but he's still got some hope. He's still got some hope. You can do it. Save your friend. Goonie asks if they think that if I think they're going to add bullpup rifles to State of Decay 2. I doubt it, because that requires new animations. Because a bullpup rifle loads its magazine. Yes, we got him. Okay, success. Okay, and I'm actually gonna let's demolish this because I don't want any more beavers to get up there. Let's take this out. Because I think a beaver got up there when it was the only level, and then the new level was built behind it. But now that they're building from the top, I don't think any new beavers will get into that situation. This beaver is a problem. I'm not sure what to do about that beaver. I could cut a path down this way, and I should probably do it anyway. I don't think I've got time. It's dead. This beaver is dead. So no, I don't have time to get this beaver, to rescue this beaver, because it is already dead. Oh, R.I.P. beaver. R.I.P. Anyway, but yeah, bullpup rifles, because the magazine is loaded into the stock instead of, in front of the, basically, yeah, because the receiver's back there under your arm instead of in front of your hand. It's a completely different reload animation. And so I don't think we could support it because of that. The team isn't really staffed to just add new animations at will, and so I'm betting that's probably not going to happen. Okay. It looks like the drought is almost done. I'm going to slam up these floodgates, though. That might be a bad plan. We could run out of water here while we're still waiting for the reservoir to fill back up. So I'm not sure that's going to work. Oh, we're getting actually not that much closer. I was going to say we're getting tantalizingly close, but no, we just got the facade here. We don't really have that tank built yet. But I mean, this was always going to take multiple episodes, right? Let's get to the end of this drought. Okay, here we go. The water is starting to emerge. We're getting to the end of this drought. We have rescued 50% of the stranded beavers. And so I think this is probably a good place to cut the episode. So Mini-chan was like, how did that beaver die? And Le Coalition's response is, it got stuck in there by my poor planning. So, I mean, I guess if I wanted to absolutely make sure that that was not going to happen, I could have had them build it layer by layer. I could have basically said, build the entire first layer, then build the entire second layer, then build the entire third layer, and the beavers would not have been called out. It was just me going after my own convenience that set it up so that that beaver, basically they built it haphazardly and that beaver ended up dying. So that was my fault. Let's not have a beaver work here yet. Let's also not have a beaver work here once that's built, because we don't want them just dumping water into this open area here. Let's see if beavers can reach Up. Yes! Beavers can reach up here. So I think that means that this whole thing can be supported at Cogstown. I don't have to build a new district, I think. We'll see if builders can reach all the way to the back of the tank. That's the thing we haven't proven yet. But it looks like our water flow is restored. It looks like we're now at 3.7 thousand food at night, which is unusual. Traditionally, that's been our daytime high, and now it's our nighttime high. So I'm feeling pretty good about the direction this is going. And that is a good excuse to wrap up this episode. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to stick a button right there, and I'll stick some links over here, including a link to the next Timberborn video, which is the one where I'm going to hopefully try to complete this giant tank. So that's going to happen right now if you're watching me live, but let's see how it goes.